Welcome back, decoders, to the channel. And in this decode, we're going to go over the story of Dick Butkus, the famous Chicago Bears linebacker, dying yesterday on October 5th, on the same day that the Chicago Bears had a game versus the Washington Commanders. And I'm going to show you how this game was perfectly scripted with Barack Obama, who is an avid Bears fan. See, here we go. The Bears. In fact, here is a shot with Obama and Mike Ditka, who's another famous Bears. His name kind of sounds very similar to Dick Butkus, right? And what a funny name this guy has, right? Dick Butkus. But why did this Dick Butkus die on the same day the Chicago Bears played a game against the Washington Commanders? And of course, Dick Butkus played for the Chicago Bears, and the Chicago Bears won this game last night. Okay? And the reason this is all tied to Obama is because Obama was based out of Chicago. He's a huge Chicago Bears fan, and he was the commander-in-chief. And do you get it, guys? Obama's favorite team beats the Commanders, and he used to be the commander. And his vice president is the current president, Joe Biden. Okay? So this ritual was perfectly scripted. And how old was Dick Butkus when he died? Dick Butkus was 80 years old when he died. How old is Joe Biden, who's the current commander? Joe Biden is currently 80 years old. In fact, let's just open up another window here. And I'm going to show you that that Biden and Butkus were born very close to each other. So Biden was born 11/20, 1942. And Butkus was born 12/9, 1942. So I want you guys to notice that last night the Commanders lost the game, but Dick Butkus died. And Dick Butkus died at 80. And the current commander of Washington, again, this is the Washington team, guys, from Washington, D.C., the Commanders, right? The commander-in-chief. Joe Biden is the current commander-in-chief. And he just happens to be the same age as Dick Butkus, who died last night at 80. Now, Biden was born exactly 20 days apart from Dick Butkus. Dick Butkus was born 20 days after Joe Biden. Let's put it that way. Well, 20 is exactly how many points were scored by the Washington team. Do you guys get it? Biden was born 20 days apart from the guy who died, the Chicago Bears player who died, and the team that the Commanders who won or who lost yesterday scored 20 points. And there's a word in Gematria that's very important here that equals 20. Death equals 20. So again, the Washington Commanders scored 20 points. Death equals 20. Biden is the current commander, and he was born 20 days apart from Dick Butkus, who died yesterday, the same day of this game. Do you guys see the ritual here? The death, which equals 20, and then the Commanders scored 20, and Biden and Butkus were born 20 days apart. But how about Obama? How is Obama connected to this? Because again, Obama, he was the commander-in-chief. He's a Bears fan, and as soon as I saw this game on the schedule, I knew this was a tribute to Obama. Well, Obama, was the first African-American president. And what color did the Washington Commanders wear last night? They wore all black. And why? Because they're paying tribute to the black narrative. Okay. And the Washington Commanders normally don't wear all black uniforms, but last night they wore all black. Okay. And Obama was the first African-American or black president. And his team, his Chicago team, beat the Commanders yesterday, who were wearing all black. All right. This is also tied to Kamala Harris because the owner of the Washington Commanders is Josh Harris. But I'm not going to get into that here. I'm just going to talk about Biden and Obama. But Obama, okay, was born on August 4th, okay, and Obama was born on the day leaving 149 days left in the year. I'm going to get to that number in a minute. But I want you guys to notice that Obama was born 62 days before the game yesterday. So his birthday was 62 days before yesterday's game. That means it was 62 days before Dick Butkus died, okay, because Dick Butkus also died yesterday. And in Gematria, the word sacrifice equals 62. Hold on, let me bring it up, guys. Sacrifice. So the word sacrifice equals 62. And Dick Butkus dies 62 days after Barack Obama's birthday, right? And he plays for Barack Obama's favorite team, the Bears, and the Bears also won last night on the same day. So what are the chances that this all happens 62 days and there's a sacrifice? Dick Butkus was the sacrifice, and sacrifice equals 62, and this comes 62 days after Barack Obama's birthday. Now, as I told you, Barack Obama was born on the 149th day of the day leaving 149 days left in the year. If you go over to Gematria and you type in the 149, you're going to see that Dick Butkus equals 149, like Antichrist, like Revelation. What are the chances, guys? Barack Obama born on the 149th day of the year. Dick Butkus dies on the same day that Barack Obama's favorite team beats the Washington Commanders, and Dick Butkus equals 149. As a matter of fact, let me put this in here and show you the ultimate match that you get here. Because look at Dick Butkus and Revelation and Antichrist. Hold on, guys. Let me move this down. So look at these three words and look how similar they are. Dick Butkus, Revelation, and Antichrist all equal 121, 49, 149, and 68. And the big number here, well, one of the big numbers here is the 68 because, again, let's just bring up the 68s. I want you guys to notice that Barack Obama equals 68 like Butkus, like Antichrist, and like Dick Butkus. So all equals 68. And again, this guy dies on the same day that Barack Obama's favorite team beats the Commanders. I mean, this is absolutely scripted for Barack Obama. And in fact, I was already looking at this game connected to Obama even before yesterday because I was watching this game very heavily. Okay. And again, in this game, it was the black quarterback who plays for the Bears, Justin Fields, who beats the white quarterback, Sam Howell, who plays for the Commanders. So the black beats the white. Once again, Barack Obama being the first black president, right? And I want you guys to notice that the Chicago Bears became 1-4, like the number 14. And yesterday was October 5th, which can be written 105. So the Bears become 1-4 on 105, and 105 is the 14th triangular number. So what are the chances again, guys? The Bears become 1-4 on 10-5, and 105 is the 1-4 triangular number. And this is a huge connection, again, to Obama in the 14, because this game happens 14 years after Biden and Obama were inaugurated on January 20th, 2009. And that date happened to have 14 date numerology. So from the day that Obama was inaugurated with Biden on 14 date numerology, 14 years later, on the 105 day, which is the 14th triangular number, Obama's team, the Bears, become 1-4, 14. Okay? Now, that's not even it with Obama, because if you type in the word just Obama, It equals 14. So what are the chances that Obama equals 14, the Bears become 1-4, against the Commanders, which is all tied to 14 years after Obama's inauguration. Okay, and again, 105, the date is the 14th triangular number, and Obama equals 14. I hope you guys understand all that. So all the 1-4 connections yesterday with Obama and him being a Bears fan, all the 1-4 connections, the Bears becoming 1-4, it's not a coincidence, guys. I mean, this game was completely scripted with Obama and tied with Biden, who is currently, look at this, guys. Biden's dog Commander. Okay, so I was just tying this Washington Commanders team losing to Obama's team, the Bears, and look at this. It's in the news yesterday that Biden's dog Commander is no longer in the White House. So what is this telling us, guys? Once again, more predictive programming for Biden no longer being the commander, because his dog Commander is no longer in the White House because he's biting people, right? What a story to come out on the day that the Commanders lose, right? And again, Biden is the commander in chief. And this is heavily tied to the black narrative, as in the black president, Obama being the first black president. That's because the day after, which is today, is the 106 day. And this is where I'm going to make a huge connection to George Floyd, who was obviously killed during the pandemic. And let's look up George Floyd for a second, guys. Let's leave the Dick Butkus thing in the past and let's look up George Floyd. So George Floyd was a huge black symbol, right? And his birthday is coming up next week. And he obviously had the knee on his neck for 8:46 seconds, right? Of course, here it says the police officer knelt on Floyd's back for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. Obama was born on 92 and 29 date numerology. But that being aside, guys, I wanted to point out why tomorrow or today, 10/6, the day after this game, is completely tied to George Floyd's death. Okay, so George Floyd, his full name, George Perry Floyd. Let me just go over here and show you guys. So his full name, George Perry Floyd, equals 201. And we know this is a huge number. So George Perry Floyd equals 201, like the Society of Jesus, the Jesuit order, equals 201. The current Pope, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, equals 201. The founder of the Jesuits, Ignatius of Loyola, 201. Remember, we had that race brawl in Montgomery the day that Trump was in Montgomery at the 201 hotel. So this race number is connected to George Floyd, who equals 201. And from the day that George Floyd was killed to today, 10/6, is 1,229 days, which is the 201st prime number. So from the day of the guy whose name equals 201, George Perry Floyd, 1,229 days later, which is the 201st prime, is 10/6 today, 106. Why is this connected to blacks? Because again, black equals 106. Okay? So today is 106. Black equals 106. George Floyd's famous saying was, "I can't breathe," equals 106. Black Lives Matter equals 106. Okay, so let me just pull up all the 106s here so you guys can see. So again, Black Lives Matter, 106. Today is 106. I can't breathe, George Floyd's famous saying, and black equals 106. And again, I told you this is 1,229 days, the 201 prime after George Floyd was killed. And George Perry Floyd equals 201. So it's perfectly scripted to align with today, okay? So watch out for today with something. Today also has 14-day numerology, which I already tied with the game last night in Washington because the Chicago Bears became 1-4, like 14, connected to Obama, who equals 14. So again, just to recap, guys, Dick Butkus dies at 80 and yesterday on the same day that his team, the Chicago Bears, wins against the Washington team. And the current Washington commander is Joe Biden, and Joe Biden is 80 years old, just like Dick Butkus is 80 years old. And I want you guys to notice, too, that the score was 20-40, which is a score of 60 total, and we're coming up on the 60th presidential election. And also, the score was 40-20, which is like 42, and 42 is a huge number connected to Black history. It's also connected heavily to females because I've shown this in the past that the 42 is female, 42. And this is why I believe this is also connected to Kamala Harris. But female, 42, feminine, 42, woman equals 24, the reverse of 42. So the 24 and 42 score in last night's game is connected to the female, and Josh Harris is the current owner of the Washington team, just like Kamala Harris, right? What an interesting coincidence. So anyways, guys, I think I've covered all the points I want to cover. Both things connected to Obama last night, and also today's connection to George Perry Floyd. And George Perry Floyd's birthday is coming up also next week. So watch in the next week for another Black ritual, possibly today or possibly in the next week sometime between now and George Floyd's birthday next week on the 14th. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys understood all of this. And hopefully it made sense, the connection with Obama. Oh, another thing I wanted to point out, guys, before I leave is that Obama and Dick Butkus, who died last night, Dick Butkus was born on 12/9/42, and he was born exactly 68-13 days before Barack Obama. And I just want you guys to notice what the word Butkus equals. Butkus equals 68 and 13, kind of like Dick Butkus was born 68-13 days before Barack Obama. And again, Barack Obama, big Chicago Bears fan, right? Here's your proof right here. Here's him holding up the Obama jersey, right? So yeah, what's the chances that Dick Butkus dies yesterday on the same day that they pay tribute to Obama in Chicago, and they were born 68-13 days apart, and Butkus equals 60 and 13, kind of like Obama equals 68 and Dick Butkus equals 68. So anyways, guys, take care out there. Just wanted to put this information out because I was already watching it yesterday before the game happened, and then it ended up playing out perfectly as I suspected. So anyways, guys, take care. I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless.